Hey everyone, check it out. My skin is super shiny. Didn't actually have to do anything to get this shiny. I would like to think the lights are responsible for that. Kind of shows you the value of having a makeup artist on set, but that's what today's video is about, is how to get rid of skin shine, or really shine on anything for that matter. It doesn't have to be skin, but that's what we're going to talk about today. To demonstrate this, we're just going to take a quick recording of me sitting here just to use as some reference material. So I'm just going to sit here really quickly and capture a clip of me sitting here. Okay, I think that's good. Basically all we need, couple seconds. We'll take this into Davinci Resolve. Davinci Resolve is free, so if you don't have it, you can download it for free. So let's dive right in and take a look at how to do this. So we have our clip in Resolve here. First thing we'll do is just do a quick grade on this before we get to removing the shine. And doing this grade first will actually help us to remove the shine a bit better because it will make it more apparent. It'll be more obvious for Resolve what we're trying to select. So I'm just going to go to the waveform, do a quick luma adjustment with our lights and darks, maybe add a bit of contrast, and we can always just add some saturation to this. Okay, so when you separate the lights and darks like that and kind of make the shine a bit more apparent, first of all, the image looks better. This is shot in like a log profile, so you would want to do that anyways to get some contrast, but adding that contrast also helps Resolve to isolate the skin shine, which is what we want to do. So to select the skin shine, we have to go over to the qualifier tool here and just click on the shine itself. And you can click and drag to kind of get more. And if I hit Shift H here, it'll actually show you what you're selecting. So I'll redo that. As soon as I click, it's kind of selecting some there. You can use the feather tool to kind of feather out your selection. And then you can adjust the parameters down here to really focus in on only selecting that shine. We know we don't need any low luminance stuff, so we can drag the low end of our luminance way up because we only want the shine, which is the high luminance. So we can actually drag the high all the way to the top, and we'll just increase the low here. You can see it's really starting to isolate in around just the shine. We can soften it out so we don't get kind of any artifacting going on. And if you're selecting parts of the background or other parts in your scene as well, that's okay, as long as it is okay. Maybe sometimes it won't be okay, but in our case, that's fine if we're selecting other things as well. In the end, it kind of comes down to how your scene was lit. Sometimes you have a hard time isolating, just certain parts, but you can use windows and masks to really focus in on what you're qualifying, what you're selecting. But we're doing a pretty good job here. In our case, it doesn't really matter if we're selecting the background, that's okay. So we're just gonna continue to adjust these. I think we're getting still a little bit too much. Maybe if I soften out the low end there. This part on my nose here would be really nice to get rid of, and just above the eyebrow here. You can play around with the width too. There, now I've actually gotten rid of the wall quite a bit. Okay, so now that we've isolated what we needed to, that's basically all the work. Now we just go over to the blur tool. So if you go over to the blur tab in Resolve and you just bump up the radius, that's basically it. So you'll see if I undo that, if I just go Command Z, you can see that shine has simply disappeared because of this blurring effect. So that's it, and you'll see on the tip of my nose here, that's not quite perfect. There's kind of a very center portion there that didn't get selected, but we can just go back to our qualifier tool. Okay, so to get that spot there on the tip of my nose, basically we just have to kind of soften out the low end here of our luminance. And we don't want to do it too much because my face can become too blurred. We can begin to, as you can see, we begin to select a bit too much. But if we want to fix that area there, we might have to go that far. I'll just toggle on and off the node to see the difference so far. So you can see that shine is greatly reduced. Depending on how well you can isolate the shine, you might be blurring a bit more than you want to blur. But in this case, I think it's working pretty well. We got rid of the shine. That's basically it. That's how you do it. That's how you get rid of shine. Isolate the highlights, blur them out, and you've got it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Man, that took forever.